Hello YouTube, this is Noah, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Thrustmaster T3PA Pro Pedals. And I'm going to try and make this a quick video, but I think inevitably it'll end up being really long. I'm going to be doing three things in this video. I'm going to unbox the pedals, I'm going to compare them to my Logitech pedals that I currently use, and then I'm finally going to give my final thoughts and a little demonstration of the pedals. And I'll have them split up to three sections with timestamps in the description so you can find exactly what you're looking for and skip all the stuff you don't need. So without further ado, let's get this thing on the desk and open because this box is very big. So that's the box. And we're going to need to open it so we can actually even see what's inside because I can't even fit this thing in the frame. So I'll crack it open really quick. Here's the instruction booklet. It's quite a small book. Obviously, it's just a sheet. Basically, just shows you the inverted and non-inverted versions, and probably just a bunch of information here that I'm not going to need to read. So let's get that out of the way. First and foremost, we have the pedals, and holy crap, this thing is very, very, very heavy. I'm not playing around here. This thing weighs, on the box it says it weighs 6.9 kilograms. So, yeah, that's pretty heavy. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get this in the shot here. As you can see, it has this connector right here, which looks like kind of a proprietary telephone connector. And you're going to need this adapter right here in order for it to plug into USB without a wheel, essentially. So make sure you pick that up. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. So that way you guys can pick it up so you have a way to plug it into your computer without the Thrustmaster brand wheel. And because I'm going to be inverting these pedals, I will show you how to do that. I will speed up the video immensely though because it will take a very long time to actually disassemble them and everything. So just bear with me. I'm just testing out the pedals right now, and I'm going to say this. I feel like they have a little less travel than my Logitech pedals. The accelerator and the clutch feel just fine compared to my Logitech ones. But I will say the brake, out of the box, this feels a lot better than my Logitech brake. The Logitech brake travels a little bit, and then it travels a little bit normally, and then it becomes very, what's the word? Stiff. It becomes very stiff after a little bit of travel. This one is the same resistance all the way through. It does not become stiff. It feels nice the whole way down. So let's figure out how to invert this. I'm going to back up my camera a bit here so I can get everything in the shot because this is a very, very big item. Alright, so let's figure out how to deal with this. So we have this crossbar that comes up. Or I don't know what you want to call it. I'm just going to call it a crossbar. It's going to lock in here somehow, and I'm going to figure out how to do that in just a second. It also comes with this other stuff in the box I've yet to show you. I'm going to pull that out really quickly. So we got quite a few things in here. Obviously I will not have enough time to show everything being installed and uninstalled in this video because there is just a lot of stuff, and this will take quite a lot of time to do on camera if I was filming all of this being installed. Let's just crack open what I can here. We got quite a lot of things. These two kind of bars here, and if you haven't noticed yet, everything here is made of metal. Alright, I haven't seen a single piece of plastic yet. This looks like a brake mod right here, and here's the conical brake mod. I know a lot of you sim racers out there are fans of. I've never experienced it for myself, but it's nice to see they included it here, the little adjustment plate. Yeah, it screws on like that somehow. Maybe it goes on the other plate actually. I'm not sure. Or no, there we go. So you can kind of adjust that to your liking. Got a lot of washers and heavy-duty Allen key screws here that came with. A lot of little screws. Not exactly sure what all of them go to. I may have to read up on the Thrustmaster website. It's probably where all of this information, or majority of it, can be found. So, looks like the crossbar is installed here somehow. Alright, YouTube, I'm back after a very, very long hiatus. So, setting this the way you see it now took about an hour. But in that time, I also tried out all of the positions, all of the extra features that these pedals had to offer. That way, I could be experiencing everything that was able to be experienced with these pedals. So I will run through really quickly what I did, so I can show you what I changed, how to change it, and what I used to change it. First of which, obviously, I inverted the pedals. And how I did that was this plate right here. That unscrews with the help of the littlest Allen key that comes with the inside the box, and you just tack the four little hex screws around here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fourth one I think is off the frame over here. Underneath the pedal set, and I'm not going to be able to move it because there's just not enough room on my desk. I'm sorry, it's very space limited here. But underneath these pedals there is wing nuts. And I think you can see them in the spare parts bag here. If I pull that up, inside the spare parts bag, they have wing nuts like these. I don't know if you can see it in there, but those little wing nuts are on the bottom of the pedals. And when you screw on and off this, you have to take care of the wing nuts on the other side, because the wing nuts are what these little hex screws screw into. So there's 4 simple screws. They're going to be on this base plate here when you get the package, and you'll need to unscrew them yourself in order to invert it. So you unscrew all 4 of those, move the plate down here, screw all 4 on, and I believe there's 2 positions. There's this one, which is set farther away, and I think you can go 1 position closer, but if you do go the position closer, you won't be able to screw in these 2 screws here and here. So that's the base plate inversion part. The part I forgot to mention here, this was what was giving me trouble before. There's 2 braces, one on this side and one on this side of the pedals. Those were kind of hard to get on at first because I didn't know exactly what I was doing. You do really want to download the manual PDF available on Thrustmaster's website. They don't include it in the box, but it's 2018. Everybody has the access to the internet, especially if you're going to be buying these pedals. You probably have access to the internet. So you can go and download that PDF, and that contains all the information on how to invert the pedals, install the braces, literally everything you need to do to set up, and it comes in a bunch of different languages on the PDF. So the braces, the braces are what keep the this kind of U-shaped piece that's underneath the base plate here. That's what keeps that from swiveling back and forth, because when you first take it out of the box, it does swivel all around the thing because it makes the pedals more compact for shipping, obviously. Otherwise this box would be even bigger than it already was when it came here, and as you could have seen, it already barely fit on my desk anyways. So yeah, the braces are what you install first in order to keep the U bracket up here, which is now hidden by the base plate, from moving. After you install the braces, you can do the base plate flip from here to here, like I just explained, and then you'll want to invert the pedals, because these pedals don't normally come like this. As you saw earlier in the video, they came flipped the other way, and the accelerator pedal was over here, and the clutch was over here. So I basically had to flip the position of these 2 and flip the direction, because not only were they upside down, they were in the wrong place. At least for an American car. I don't know if you would have it set up differently for a European car, because they drive on the other side of the road. But regardless, I flipped those 2 pedals, and I switched their positions. And then for the brake pedal, all you had to do is flip that. Underneath the pedals, I can't really show you, it's kind of hard to see, but there's like this little plastic piece, and it grooves like that. And if you flip that, it will kind of change the position of how the angle that the pedals sit at. So the position I have it now puts them more at that angle, but if you were to flip its position to upside down, it would put the pedals at more of this angle. So it really depends on how you want to be pressing down on your pedals. I personally wanted them at a sharper angle for when I'm pressing down on them, but it's really all about your preferences. And that's what makes this pedal set so great, is that you can completely configure it to your preferences. And right now this is my favorite preference. All the pedals are sitting, I believe, at the medium range. Like, you can set them higher than this and you can set them lower than this, but I have them set at the medium range, and I think that's the most comfortable for me. In order to set them at a higher or lower range, though, you can remove these 2 screws here with the other hex key over here. And upon removing those 2 screws, you can move the head up or down. And also that plastic piece that I mentioned about changing the pedal angle, that can also be moved up or down for even more range of motion. So finally, the last thing you can install is this brake mod that comes with it. It doesn't normally look like this. I just condensed it so I could put it away in packaging because I will not be using it. I can see the appeal to other people, but I don't really personally like it myself. There's a spring tension brake mod for the brake, and what this does is it installs beneath the pedal right over here with the screws that are included in the bag, and you can kind of set it at different distances depending on how much tension you want. So if you want more tension, you put it closer. If you want less tension, you put it farther away from the pedal base. But essentially, that's the spring tension one, and you can just literally pop it out like this, kind of just compression fit in there. But in order to install the conical brake mod, which many people recommend, you basically use this washer here, and you screw it on like this. And then depending on how far you want to screw it in is where you install the washer. So if you want it at the most tension, you could install the washer right there. The washer will screw down and keep it in place. So if you wanted the most tension, you can put it right there. If you wanted a little less tension, you screw it a little bit further and then screw the washer down. So really, you can control the tension, or you can control the amount of pressure you need to press on the brake by either moving this forward or backwards, along with moving it forwards or backwards on the pedal set itself. Sorry about that loud noise. So yeah, you can completely control how much pressure you need to press with this conical brake mod by moving it back and forth or moving the mod itself up and down. So lots of customization options here for those of you who are looking for them. You can make these pedals feel really like they're yours, and customize them exactly how you like them, and so that they feel unique to you and that you like them the best the way you have them. Alright, that was a lot of information about the pedals. I will be comparing them now to the Logitech pedals, so stay tuned for that. I will be grabbing those shortly. Alright, so here are the Logitech G920 pedals. I'm going to try and make this quick. They are a lot smaller than the Thrustmaster pedals. If I set them up at the same length over here, or like the accelerator is at the same line up here, you can see the Thrustmaster pedals are good, I'd say 4 or 5 inches wider than the Logitech pedals, and that provides a lot for me because personally my feet were always cramped on the Logitech pedals. I feel like the brake pedal and the clutch pedal were way too close together for me. I just did not like that feeling. On here, I do not have that problem at all. The biggest complaint about the Logitech pedals is the stiffness of the brake pedal. That is completely non-existent on the Thrustmaster. The Thrustmaster has a lot higher quality feeling motion with the brake pedal, especially because it's fluid motion all the way through, and it doesn't change tension as you push farther like with the Logitech. The Logitech would be really annoying. The more you push in order to brake, it would just become really, really stiff, and I did not like that about it. But if you do like that, you do have the conical brake mod or the spring compression mod if you wanted to replicate that pressure. I personally don't like it like that. If I had a rig set up with like a racing chair and everything, I feel like I might like the Logitech more, or the Thrustmaster with the conical brake mod more. But the way I have my setup and the way I've been used to driving, I just don't like that extra compression you have to give the pedals in order to give the same effect as braking harder. Honestly, the accelerator And the clutch pedals, they feel like they have the same level of quality as the Logitech. Feeling both right now, one with my foot and one with my hand that's off the screen. I think they have the same range of motion. It looks like it's about, I don't know, 30 degrees, 40 degrees of movement. It's not like too much movement, but I think I've been completely happy with the travel distance of the pedals with my Logitech, and if these are the same, then I will be completely satisfied as well. Honestly, I would definitely choose the Thrustmaster pedals over the Logitech, even if you have a Logitech wheel, because these pedals feel really, really nice. They, I feel like are going to enhance my driving experience. I don't want to sound cliche, but they just feel so much better quality than the Logitech. The only thing that's kind of a downside, which corrects itself, and I'll explain why, is that the Logitech pedals have a carpet skid, so that the pedals don't slide across the carpet while you're pushing them. I found that that doesn't work in practice as well as it seems. When you're braking and engaging the clutch, I feel like it moves the Logitech pedals around a lot more. This one does not have a carpet catch, but it does have a very hefty weight to it, and the weight kind of counteracts needing a carpet skid. Plus, this thing can sit flush against the wall because the back is completely uniform. It's like a straight line, 90 degrees up, whereas the Logitech, those pedals have a curve on the back, as you can see there, and they kind of don't sit flush against the wall. So when you're pushing, sometimes the pedals will tend to lift up, and if they're lifting up, then it can affect your driving, obviously. So this is a lot better of a design where it can sit flush against the wall, and that's regardless of the pedals orientation. Whether they're like this or the other way that I had at the beginning of the video, they'll still sit flush against the wall. Alright, finally I will be doing some gameplay with this. I'm going to spend some time with these pedals, however, and experience them to their fullest before I shoot my gameplay. That way I can give you more honest opinions about what I feel like about the pedals, and so that you can see how they work in practice. This video is getting extremely long though, I'm really sorry about that, but thank you for watching this far. Stay tuned for the gameplay. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Noah, I'm back, and we're going to be testing out the pedals. I got my camera down on the floor, focused on the pedals. I have a screen recorder recording my gameplay, and I have audio recording separately. So this is a lot of things running at once. I apologize if something goes wrong. It'll probably be too late and already recorded if something does go wrong, so I'm just going to post however it goes. But right now we're going to be just racing really quickly. I'm going to demonstrate the pedals, and I'm going to give you my final opinions while I race. So if I did this right, the video should be synced up to the audio in the pedal cam. So let's try this out. So we're going to be racing here, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to try my best not to crash, but no promises. So my thoughts about these pedals: these are very, very nice pedals. I cannot stress how much of an upgrade they are from the Logitech pedals I had previously. The Logitech pedals were good starter pedals, but they just aren't the best for someone who wants more control and customization, which these pedals are perfect for. These pedals allow you to customize pretty much everything you want about your car, or your, I guess, your pedals. But they have a lot of room to upgrade, expand, and just pretty much adjust to your liking. And I really like them as an upgrade to my Logitechs. The Logitechs I kind of just outgrew and wanted some more features with my pedals, which these have delivered. So I'll mention really quickly a few things that I like as an upgrade that these pedals have over the Logitech ones. So these pedals are a lot heavier, and that keeps them from moving around as much. The Logitechs did have a carpet skid, which sort of worked, but not most of the time. Most of the time it would catch on my carpet, and then it would end up just kind of sliding around. So like it would catch initially, but it wouldn't stay stuck down on the carpet. which was kind of a problem for me. I really needed to just stay where it was, and it had a tendency to shift around, especially when I'm hitting the clutch or accelerator kind of hard. It would just kind of shift around on me. These, I have no such problem. The other thing that kind of allowed the Logitechs to do that was the fact that they were so light. They kind of just had a tendency to float around, and there just wasn't a lot of weight keeping it from moving around. These pedals, however, have a lot of weight, and they definitely do not want to move. Also, the fact that it's a flat 90 degree angle that it makes with the wall keeps them from moving around even better, because if it's pinned against the wall, it has no room to twist and turn. It just kind of stays pushed against the wall. I haven't had the problem of it shifting the same way the Logitechs did. So I definitely highly recommend it in that aspect. So the other thing is the inverted version of the pedals I find a lot more comfortable than the F1. That's just personally my opinion. I know some people like the F1 style mounted pedals better. I personally just do not like those myself. I prefer it to be, oops, didn't mean to do that. I prefer it to be wall mounted rather than floor mounted. But that's, like I said, just my personal opinion. So, yeah, final thoughts on the pedals. They're an amazing upgrade to what I had previously, and they are definitely worth the money. That's my bottom line. If you're going to spend, you know, $100+ on a pair of pedals, make sure you buy these. I know there's better ones out there. I know Fanatec, a lot of people swear by that brand, but honestly, if you really want those pedals, you're going to be paying for them. These are, you know, 100. The MSRP is 150, I believe. I bought them for 110 off Amazon from I think it was just a random sale, and I'd never seen it that low before, so I had to take the opportunity to buy them, especially because my Logitechs I was outgrowing, like I said. But the Fanatecs, those are, I think they start at $400, so you will definitely be paying more in order to achieve the same, you know, a very similar feeling. You're not going to be getting that much more out of the Fanatecs than you'll be getting out of these. I know some people would disagree with me, but you know, if you're willing to spend $400, then I would say probably go for the Fanatecs. But if you have a more low budget, you don't want to spend that much money, then these Thrustmasters are unrivaled for that price. I would definitely lean more towards these if you're on a budget. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I hope I got enough good gameplay for you guys to see me using them. I've had them for a couple weeks now, and I'm very happy with them. Every race I play with them is just a better feeling than my Logitechs ever felt. So by all means, if you don't have a pair of racing pedals yet, definitely just go with these. Skip the low ladder and just go right to these. If you have Logitechs or cheaper pedals, like I don't know how many other brands are out there, racing pedals, maybe Hori or something. But if you're looking for an upgrade and you have the $100 or so, these would definitely be a good deal. Especially at the current price. I don't know how long it'll maintain this price, but for $110, they're definitely worth it in my opinion. And they will improve your racing. I'm telling you that now. I don't want to sound cliche, but I feel like I race better with these pedals than I ever did with the Logitech. Braking just feels so much better, and it has 3 different styles of braking: the without a mod, with the spring tension mod, and with the conical brake mod. So there's plenty of braking tastes to suit everybody. If the stock braking isn't your taste, then you can try one of the other brake mods. I personally like the stock braking though, but anyways, I'm getting off topic. The video needs to end. I think I've got enough footage for you guys to enjoy. So thank you for watching this far, if you've made it this far, and check out my other videos on my channel if you're looking for stuff similar to this. I think this will be all for today, so thank you guys for watching again. Leave any comments down in the comment section if you do have any questions. I try to look and answer all of them. And yeah, leave this video a like if you found it interesting or it helped you, or you just like the video in general. And subscribe to my channel. I've already said that before. Sorry, it's hard to race and think at the same time. But thank you all again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.